Hey guys, welcome. I am Mr. Putros, as you know, and I am sick. So yeah, 10 seconds. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do some work. And I'm gonna show you guys these notes on how to do solving equations graphically. So please pay attention and please make sure that you guys follow along. If you guys want, you can also always pause and rewind this video to watch it again, because I'm recording this, as you guys can see. Alright, let me just start over. Hey guys, good morning or afternoon. Mr. Butros, I'm a little sick, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this video. If we have time, I'll play some piano. So let's go. So this is solving equations graphically. So what does that mean? So we have graphically solving some equations. So what happened is you could do this algebraically, you could do this graphically. And the way that we're going to do this is that we're going to go ahead and graph each side, and wherever they connect, that will be my answer. Now there's two things that you got to pay attention to, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight them for you. So please remember how to do this. You guys have that paper, remember, that says, quadratics is 1124, and the cubic is 1128, stuff like that. Cube root is 1182, stuff like that. Like, you got to make sure you remember that. And you bring that out because you're going to need it. But let's go ahead and get started with these problems. So, what are these problems? No, it's these problems. Well, no, it's actually over there. Whatever. Anyhow, so here what we have is this. So we have the square root of x plus 2. Now we know that the normal square root of x plus 2 looks like something like this. Usually, right? But obviously, this has an h. The normal formula, or the standard formula for graphing square roots, is y equals to a x minus h plus k. And h and k is my vertex, so that's like my starting point. In my case, my h is the opposite of this number. So therefore my h is -2. It's the opposite of +2. Remember, the h is opposite and the k is the same. In my case, I don't even have a k, but I do have an h. Now remember, we're only worrying about this side. And when we're going to have an answer, we're just going to have an x equals, because technically there is no y. So let's go ahead and do this. So my h and k, my h is -2 and my k is 0. So in here we have -2, comma, 0. So that means I have a point right here. Now if you guys remember, now this is having no a term. So notice there is no a term. So a is 1, right? There is nothing there to worry about. And so therefore you're going to just take you're going to take the chart and you're going to use it as is. You don't have to multiply by any number. In number 2 you will, but in number 1 you don't. So in here we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the chart. And if you don't have the chart, I will post it, so you could use it, but you gotta not forget, have it, make sure you have a copy with you. So the chart is 0, 0, 1, 1, and then 2, 4, or actually 4, 2, sorry. So in here we have 0, 0, that's my original. And then we have my 1, 1. So how the heck did that happen? 1, 1, right? So we have 1, 1. And then we have 4, 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And bam. So here we have, for us, the yellow side, or the yellow highlight of the square root. Let's even highlight that as yellow. Holy smokes. Alright, so we have the yellow highlighted side. So we graph that, as a y and x situation, but remember, we're only going to have our answers in x since there is no y in my original function. This is solving this equation graphically. Okay, on the other side we have an x, which is just normal y equals x, which is the charts for that is just 1, 1, 2, 2, or 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. So we have my x, y, and it's starting at 0, 0. There is no h and k. So 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. So 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. So if I graph this line, let's go ahead and give it some more points. Bam. Then that has a highlight as well. So it's going to be a green highlight. So check this out. They have a solution. They have a common solution. They have only one common solution. Remember, this is written in with respect to x and x only. There is really no y to be talked about. So your real answer is just 2, because it's just that. It has no y pair to it. It's just x. So your answer is simply x equals 2. Now you could have done this algebraically, where you could have solved it a different way and received the same answer. But again, this is doing it graphically, alright? So, pause it if you need to write it down, but I'm going to give you. Alright, now let's go ahead. Actually, I'm going to do 3 and then I'm going to do 4 and 2. Alright, here we go. So, number 3 has also 2 sides, which we're going to graph separately. And where they intersect is my answer. Alright. Sorry if I'm slow. I'm feeling lethargic is the word. Fatigue? Yeah. Omicron? Maybe. We'll see. Anyhow, so in here what we have is x minus 4 and minus 3. There's a 2 on the outside. Remember, this is based on the absolute value. The standard equation of the absolute value is y equals a x minus h plus k. So you can tell right here that my h is the opposite of negative 4 because x minus is part of it. So actually my h is going to be 4 and my k is going to be negative 3. Because you take k as is, you take h the opposite. So this is 4, 3, negative 3. So far so good. So we start there. Right there. Okay, we do that because of my locator. Alright, so that's my locator and that's where I start. Now this is an absolute value. So absolute value always looks like a V, right? And it has a chart also. And the chart is usually 1, 1, 2, 2, and 0, 0 for my x and y. Do remember that we do have an a term, and that a term is 2. So that means you're going to multiply my y's by 2, right? You're going to multiply the outcome by 2 because it is going up faster, okay? So in here we're going to multiply by 2, multiply by 2, multiply by 2. So in here we have 0, in here we have 2, and in here we have 4. Okay? So this is 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 4, okay? So 0, 0 is right here. 1, 2, that's that one, and also on the other side, and 2, 4, that's that one, and on the other side, and it's a V, it just goes up, you know what I mean? So we have this situation. So try to remember this, you know, from the past, right? And I'm going to highlight it again in yellow. And I'll try to give you guys the paper, which I think you should have already, but if you don't, I'll try to find it and post it. And which gives you all the different x and y charts for different formula types, right? So for the different standard equations. So we have the quadratic, the cubic, the cube root, the square root, whatever. Rational, all of them, right? So that's this side, which is yellow. Here we go. So that's my yellow graph, right? And again, if you guys really need to know, this locator is right there, right? And then from there, I did 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. That comes from the chart, right? Remember that with yellow paper or white paper, whichever, when I gave it to you. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let's go back. Keep this clean. And keep this maxed. Why is it not maxed? Who knows? Let's keep going. So now we're going to do the other side. We're going to highlight that in green again. Do remember, there is no y in the original equation. So there is going to be no x and y coordinate. It's going to be just x. It's going to be just, you know, x equals something because we don't even have a y. So we're graphing this, we're solving this graphically. So we're only going to be interested in one thing, which is the x value. All right. So we're going to go ahead and solve that. And that's basically based on y equals to mx plus b. This is broken. I gotta buy a new one. Anyhow, let's keep going. So in here we have y equals mx plus b. and I'm gonna have to graph it. So remember, this is starting with b, which is -3, so that means I start with -3 right there, right? That's this number right there, -3. And then from there I go 2/3, which is my slope, right? That's the m. So from there I go up 2/3. So that's right there, right? It's going to be at the point. Let's keep going and see. We have up 2/3, and that's just the other point, right? So we're going to go right through these 2 points. So we have this going on. Notice that there are 2 x values in this case, right? And let me go ahead and highlight it in green so we see. All right, so we have the green highlight and we have the yellow highlight, and these 2 graphs come together, and then they have values, like intersecting values, right? So in this case, we have the value right there, right? That's my answer at 2. Remember, we're only going to worry about the x. We're not even going to be worried about the y, right? So we're not even going to care about what y is. We're only going to be only caring about what x is, because there's no y in this equation. So there's no ordered pair. This is just x equals. And this is my other point, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6. So here I have my 2 answers as x. Why did I even write the x equals 2? That's actually wrong. Sorry, because I think I'm sick, so I'm hallucinating. This is where the intersection is. Where was I even looking at? The intersection is there, not there, right? So yeah, this is a point for yellow, but it's not where the yellow and the green meet. The yellow and the green meet right here, right? And so therefore my value there is 3 and 6 where they both meet, right? You see that where they both meet? So that's my answer. So it's x equals, so x equals 3 and x equals 6. All right, so these are my 2 answers based on graphing one side and then graphing the other side. We are 12 minutes in. Let's keep going. We have 2 more problems to do, and they're exactly the same as these one, except they have y equals, so it's an ordered pair answer and not a just x equal, which is just solving an equation by graphing.